Hi there, Salah. So let's get straight to it and correct your final set of essays. So this essay regarding conventional education methods, are they old-fashioned or are they effective? Are they doing more harm than good? Is there any change necessary? What are the alternatives? So these are all parts of the question that we should be addressing. So despite the argument that conventional education has become obsolete and unattractive for young learners. Despite the argument that conventional education has become obsolete, unattractive for young learners, see, this is an extension of education has become. So education has become not empowering is not quite correct. We could say discouraging has become discouraging, or let's have a see. I would have to say discouraging of their talents has become discouraging of their talents. Many experts have stepped forward to request a change in education systems. I would just do that. It is believed... I think this is extra. And this should be in addition, considering the value obtained and its positive effect on the societies. But which one do you believe? And this actually is not despite the argument. This is as a result, or actually in response to the argument that conventional education has become obsolete, unattractive for young learners, and discouraging of their talents, many experts have stepped forward to request a change. So it's, experts are asking for change as a result of this, not despite it. But we do need to answer in this introduction whether the current system is doing more harm than good. We must respond to every part of the question. Here as well, when we say, in addition, considering the value obtained and its positive effect on societies, we need something else. But this would just be continuing to talk about the current education system. So I would use this bit to work in the more harm than good section. So in addition, without modernization, the current system is potentially causing more harm than it is potentially causing more harm than it is good. I think that's fine. There is no doubt that traditional methods of educating people, we don't need that. Traditional methods have resulted in a large number of learners who have contributed to, I would say, the modernization of our life. And you can just do that. So, who have contributed to the modernization of our life due to the fact that they are very systematic and well-organized systems. I would leave that bit out. So, but I will say that based on the rest of your paragraph, okay, no. So you believe that traditional methods are good. Okay, so give me 1 sec. What I've done here is I've assumed your view. So going back to this bit, actually protected, maintained, and bettered, or improved. So comparing conventional ways of learning with new methods, such as, when presenting examples, always use such as, don't use like. It's very clear that traditional education in schools and universities benefits learners' skills and prepares them to take an active part in society. For instance, a study by a Turkish university has shown that graduates from conventional education systems gain higher skills compared with those who learn through online courses. Another essential point is that traditional education should not harm or infect any healthy brain. Not sure that this is accurate. I think that might be okay. In fact, students who learn in a systematic way in a group obtain the most what? Develop the broadest imagination. Unlike other learners who learn remotely through websites and are not involved in study environments with others. It is therefore believed that by increasing the awareness of students and protecting them from any threats affecting their study, they will be able to obtain the most from learning by a systematic approach. For example, in practical life, employees who pass their education from traditional systems have proven to have a better teamwork. I know should be spirit, but I would say ability. In conclusion, although some would aim for replacing the old educational tactics, I think it should be maintained, improved, and protected against any threats. This is because of the value it adds and its positive effect on the whole of society. This is not very specific, though. We should really expand this and be precise. Be wary of ambiguous statements. So you do have a great range of vocabulary once again, but we do need to focus on really responding accurately to the question. So you've covered that there are alternatives, but they're not very effective, which is fine. You did cover whether it does more harm than good, but the main point really was that we didn't include the more harm than good argument in our intro or conclusion, so that definitely needed to be added. But pay close attention to the small detailed corrections, the grammatical corrections. These are the ones that will prevent you from getting over a band 7. Because in the grammatical range and accuracy category in the IELTS mark scheme, you have to produce frequent error-free sentences in order to score a band 7, which means frequent perfect sentences. But let's move on to your letter. So a formal complaint, but first things first, we don't need to capitalize those. I'm writing to complain about the service I received. This is a formal letter at your restaurant last Friday. It was an unprecedented experience, and I was embarrassed in front of my friends. The issue in detail is as follows. I invited 2 of my friends to enjoy dinner at your place and spend a nice time together. Accordingly, I had contacted the restaurant 24 hours before and arranged everything: food, drinks, and the location of the table facing the garden. We arrived on time, but still there was no table available for us, and we had to wait for 40 minutes to get a place. To be seated. Furthermore, despite the advanced order, we were told that our special order could not be arranged due to unavoidable reasons. Let's say unforeseen circumstances. It was a truly unbelievable situation. As I would expect to be contacted and informed in that case, so that I could arrange an alternative. The 2 friends were vegetarian and could not eat anything. This should be in the end, but I would use something like ultimately. And ultimately, we were limited to soft drinks only. I therefore request a full refund of the money I paid while booking. And I recommend establishing a hotline with clients in order to update them on the spot of any changes which happen to their orders. I look forward to your response in this. I would say I look forward to your response in regard to this matter and to refund the full cost paid. Yours sincerely, Salah. Good. So I tell you what, so your letters flow really well. You have a really good range of vocabulary. You don't struggle to write the letters. You shouldn't worry about those. Your task 2s do require a little bit more thought on responding to the question, as well as just a slightly more in-depth understanding of articles and prepositions. But what I'll do is I'll send you an extra 2 essays for free because I really want you to pass the exam. So I'd like you to practice just a little bit more. But all the best, Salah. I will speak to you very soon.